Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. We are talking about the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg between Manchester United and Nottingham Forest away at City Ground. Joining me today is Houston's Red Army, now Denver Red Army. We are talking about Louis, the man. How are we, Louis?
Good, good, good. How are you, Tim?
I'm right, mate. I'm right, mate. I'm so happy that it seems it's so. The last time won a Carabao Cup, in fact, the last time won a trophy was 4 managers ago, which goes takes us back to Mourinho, 2017, when we played at Southampton. And we had Ibra. He scored two in the final. We beat Southampton 3-2. It's 6 years since we won silverware, and we are close. We have one leg, but we had to dispatch Nottingham Forest today. What did you think when you saw that lineup, a strong lineup? Did you think this guy's taking it serious? What was your thought?
Yeah, no, it was clearly Ten Hag trying to send a message that, I came here to win trophies. Um, I think that today was a very good reflection of what he sees Man United for long term. I think you know, he definitely put forth the strongest, or not the strongest, but a good, strong lineup because, it's clear now. It's clear now who he is, what his mission is. Was very, very excited to see it.
So as United went through, I mean, they scored very early. Rashford scoring within 6 minutes. I mean, that's a man on a mission right there. What? Talk me through when you saw the goals come. Did you think it was going to be an avalanche?
Honestly, I really we probably could have done a little bit better. The first goal with Rashford, I mean, he's got pace, he's got strength, power. He takes on two players. It looks really nice. It's poor defending, really. It was really, really, really poor
I was
defending.
telling people like,
Yeah,
really, really,
but but he did finish with his left foot, which is not normal for
right,
Rashford.
right,
Very,
right.
very happy. But we missed chances, man. Anthony did not have a great game.
No.
Missed a lot of shots off target. Ericsson hits one off the crossbar. Probably should have put it away.
What's your take on Bruno?
Bruno was solid, and honestly, I think the whole team was pretty solid. It was, I think the commentators said it best towards the end of the game. They were like, "This is a professional game. This is a professional outing for Manchester United." They came in technically, it looked good. We kept major possession of the ball for the entire game. Which is very Dutch style. It's very Ten Hag style. It's exactly what he's trying to bring into Man United. And against a weak opponent, or I should say a weaker opponent, no disrespect to Nottingham Forest, but if you have that many chances, you really do have to put them away because if you miss the same chances against a Man City, a Liverpool, something like this, the ball coming right
Mm-mm.
back at you. You know what I mean? So you have to. We were great to create, especially in the first half. We had a lot of opportunities, but those shots should at least be on target, if not actual goals. So it could have
Eric,
been better for us.
Eric Ten Hag said that United were a bit wasteful in terms of, like you said, shooting wide shots off target, over passing, over elaboration, and he felt United could have been more composed in terms of the finishing. Because I think he thought we could have got a hatful there, like 6 or 7. But he
Yeah,
said
I
the
think he was
shooting was
being I think he
wasteful.
was being nice. He said we were wasteful when it was really Anthony was wasteful.
And that's his boy.
I really like Anthony. I want him to do well, but man, we paid a lot of money for you, boy. You better start producing. We paid you the money. No, but it was overall, it was a very, very, it was a very good win for us. Wakehorse grabbing his first is not
What did you think
a
about him today?
solid, solid. Again, he doesn't break headlines. I think his goal is another testament to Anthony's finishing because Anthony takes the shot and puts it straight at the keeper. But he's Johnny on the spot, right? He's there. He finishes. It's a strong finish. It's a powerful finish. Very technical finish. Bruno, his finish is the same. It's like a half volley, or it's kind of off of a chip pass, and he just buries it. It's very nice. It's low. It's in the corner. Just it's what we expect of a Manchester United when you play lower table teams. If
Right,
you
right.
play with your
Obviously, yes.
sides, and we're gonna put out a strong. These are not reserve players. we should, we should win this game comfortably. You guys should walk away with some confidence, but there are a lot of mistakes, that we really could have cleaned up.
Right. So with United beating for a 3-0 Workhorse, I was happy Workhorse scored today. I really wanted him to get onto the score sheet to get his confidence. I knew Radford was going to score. I kind of knew he was going to score against Nottingham Forest. The first 30 minutes, they were all out of sorts. United were all over them like a rash. But, the second half, I thought towards the last 20 minutes, Forest started to try and press. They were giving us a few scares and shooting, and they scored and it was disallowed. I thought it wasn't, So they were,
Yeah.
because at that time was 2-0. They knew one goal could bring it back. But, that goal, I think that goal that was disallowed kind of took the breath out of them. They're just going,
Yeah, I think you're right. And it's not far off either. He's very close, but I mean, it's just one of those things that separates you from a top table side, right? Is you got to get those runs right. And I mean, fair play to Nottingham. I think they realized, I mean, there's nothing else, right? There's no going back. Semifinal, we either put something on the board or we don't. So yeah, I mean, it's good for them to go forward. It's good for them to try to give us a game and not just kind of park the bus, like
right.
Because they do have another leg to play, right? They could have played a different
that's
style.
next Tuesday.
Yeah, right. They could have played a different style. They could have played a lot more conservatively.
Defensive,
but
yeah.
I think they decided that, look, if we're going to go into Old Trafford, I think we need to have something. So I think it was worth them going for it. But I mean, overall, we were the better side today.
Right. So, as a fan, are you satisfied with that performance? As you said, it was professional. Did you want more, or what? As a team performance,
You know me, man. I nitpick. I nitpick it. But no, but I've made a job out of it, right? There's things like I was a little disappointed in Palestri. He's young and he showed his inexperience today. There's a moment. It's not long after he comes on, maybe 75th minute, somewhere around there. He loses the ball, and then in order to chase it down, he drops all the way back and he gives a foul away right outside the box. Very very careless, very
clumsy,
very messy. It's just not. It's just not clean, right? It's not what you expect from a technical level of a Manchester United. Wan-Bissaka is the same. I think he gave away a lot of balls. And we depend on him as a defensive player, right? So he didn't do anything that gave up a chance or put us in necessarily danger, but he's there's just a few times where when Martinez and Lindelof are both playing very, very well, and they look to you as an outlet, and you're losing the ball, it's just more work for them, and it's if I'm that center back pairing, I expect more from my fullbacks.
Right. I'm happy Veron was kind of rested at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have FA Cup fourth round on Saturday against Reading at home. I'm happy we're having these lower teams where we don't really need to go. I know as the further we progress in the tournament, the big boys are starting the little ones start to filter out. They now get the real meat and potatoes. You're going from the appetizer now to the main course at this point. But
I think we've reached a place finally where it's okay to sit someone like Varane, because Lindelof actually has a good game today. I thought it wasn't world class, it wasn't very flashy or anything like that, but it was solid. Helped us keep the ball in possession. Closed down very quickly, closed down very well. Didn't give away any stupid fouls. Like he had a good, solid game. So I think it's a reflection of Ten Hag to that these players that a year ago, if we saw them on the lineup, we'd be like, oh my god. But he's developing, and he's developing in kind of a short period of time under Ten Hag, which is very, very nice.
I see your mate Scooby Doo was not really in starting. When I saw that, I said,
yeah. I think that's probably a difficult one for Ten Hag, right? It's because I think you can play a McTominay today, and it's kind of an easier side, and maybe you try to give him some of his confidence back, or it's more like, hey, dude, you're not performing. We need to win, and
Casemiro's
you
back.
dropped, man. You dropped, and again, he's not going to start games for us or anything like that. But yeah, no, I think I think he's reaping a little bit of what he's sowing right now.
Right.
Unfortunately for him.
So next game is Reading Saturday FA Cup. So before we go to that game quickly, I'm gonna ask you in the defense, who was your man of the match in the defense? So we're going to defend. You take one for defense, one for midfield, one from attack.
That's probably it's kind of difficult because the center back pairing was so well. I would definitely put Martinez just an edge above, only because how comfortable with the ball at his feet he is. He loves having the ball at his feet. He loves to deke players. He loves to play a little risky, but it opens up space. And when he does those types of chops, those types of turns, um, he connects. He connects passes. He's not over dribbling. He's not losing balls. So probably have to give it to Martinez. Very, very good game from him. In the midfield, probably Bruno overall. I think, the goal was fantastic, and I don't think he had too many missteps today, which is very nice to see because I very much like Bruno, and he's had a weird roller coaster with us so far.
Mm.
In the attack, definitely not Anthony. Probably Rashford. Yeah, no, dude, and I really like Anthony. I really do. I think he plays with a swag. I think he has a lot of flair. I want to see him do well, but damn it, he is missing so much right now. Weghorst was okay, probably average. Rashford.
Do you think he needs more balls? Do you think United need to create more balls towards Workhorst?
If that's the game plan, but I don't know if it is. I think maybe he is there to kind of take up a lot of space, maybe hold up play for us in certain moments. But I don't know if we're necessarily trying to play through the nine right now. I think we're very much trying to play through our wings. I think that's why Rashford does get a lot of chances, and Anthony got a lot of chances. We struggle with the number 9 position right now, right? And not taking anything away from Weghorst, he's brand new. This is outing number 2, right? 3, outing number 3. So he still has to figure out how he fits into our style, right?
Right.
Garnacho, I thought was okay, solid. He got some minutes. He did all right. But yeah, Palestri, I was hoping for a little bit better.
Right. So now that United got one leg in the semi-finals, just like they say, you never know, but it would take an absolute miracle and a capitulation of Man United to concede 4 goals to let Nottingham Forest go into the finals. So the champagne is on ice. Champagne's on ice. Not popped yet. So next Tuesday we play the second leg because to see how close they are. So we have today, Reading on Saturday, Nottingham Forest on Wednesday, on Tuesday, Crystal Palace on Saturday. It's just
Yeah,
all the way.
in our schedule right now, aren't we?
And in February we have Barcelona coming up on. Barcelona's coming up soon, actually.
It's later February, right? Like second or third week of February. Yeah, something like that. And I mean, we have 3 games a week until well into March. So I mean, how Ten Hag plays this is going to be interesting. Probably we'll see a weaker lineup against Reading at the weekend, right? Prepare for Nottingham and probably go a little bit stronger there. Crystal Palace, they've proven that we can't just throw anybody out there, right? So I mean, I think we'll have to look at where we are at the time, but you'd like to think that it's going to be a quick turnaround for a lot of our starters from Nottingham Forest and see another strong side against Crystal, but it's difficult, man. It's difficult with so many games just squished, back to back.
And I know Vieira, the Crystal Palace captain, will be doing everything he can to frustrate United if there's any chance of trying to catch Arsenal. He's going to make sure.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Exactly. So, do you think United will get anyone in this transfer window? It's 6 more days.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Wow.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the financial side of things, I am very pessimistic. So long as we have the ownership that we have, I will harp on it for as long as they're in the office, right? I don't expect. I mean, there's so many rumors. There's always rumors. But nah, I'm not hopeful. In the summer, I think there's definitely going to be business.
in the summer?
I mean, yeah, summer. I think we're looking to unload a little bit. I think Wan-Bissaka is probably on his way out. There's definitely room in our roster to free up some space. Hopefully, what that means is that we will splash a little cash. I think we do need a decent backup right back. I think we do need another solid midfielder. I think we do need another striker. Um, if we're serious about competing for titles and things like this going forward. But I do think the Glazers are going to try to get through this season spending as little as humanly
I
possible.
could imagine. I could
Yeah, it
just imagine.
sucks. It sucks, but gotta pay out. Gotta get our dividends. Gotta number one issue, man. Gotta pay that. So very very unfortunate.
So you have a feeling United were done for this? We're done
Nah,
for
yeah, I
January.
think we're done. I think we're done.
Dang.
Sucks,
Ooh.
sucks, man.
And
But I mean,
we
what's today? Today's
25th.
fifth. 6 days left in the transfer window, right? Or does it? No, does it go into February? No, it ends at 31st,
January
right?
31st.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't see any last minute deals for us.
You don't see. Dang.
No.
Well, but I mean, considering the squad we have, it looks like we're just gonna have to soldier on with injuries.
Yeah, and
Martial.
that's the bad thing. That's the bad thing about being successful under Glazers ownership, right? Is like they can just say, "Oh, look, you're doing fine," but it's like,
Yeah.
we're thinking down the road. We this is not the only season we have to play. This isn't,
Exactly.
we're in the middle point. We're in
Yeah.
the middle point. We
We're
still
literally the
have
middle. We're
still have
literally
the second
midpoint.
half of the season. you know,
That's true.
uh, gas runs out, man. Gas runs out, and you got to refill the tank at some point.
How do United come back to now push what if they've achieved a lot this first half to now put more to go in again for the next half of the season? It's a lot with
It's a
Europa
lot.
League thrown in there.
Yeah, you have Europa League thrown in there. I mean, depends on how well we do in FA Cup. I very much expect us to beat a Reading side, so we can at least expect to go one more round
In the
there.
fifth.
Europa League is going to be difficult, but I do think it is something that Ten Hag is interested in winning. I think that's very much the mentality right now, is to do as absolutely best as we can. But I pray that we don't run into limitations.
Right. What you'll be happy if top four and a trophy. Good season
Very good start.
for Ten
Very
Hag.
good start.
One
Yeah.
trophy and a top four finish.
Top trophy, top four finish. I think that's very nice for us. Yeah, but of course we expect more. That's the breaks, homie. We're the biggest club in the world.
I
Gotta,
fully,
gotta,
well, like you
gotta win the
said,
quadruple year in, year out. Sorry.
you're putting too much pressure on the poor guy. He's only been there 6 months, mate. Get the
That's what I'm not saying that he's going to do it this year. I'm saying, next year. Man.
I got to tell you what Solskjaer once said. Considering a man who played under a trophy-laden career era, as a United manager, I don't know if he was trying to be spiteful to Marino. It's not about winning trophies. Then what's the point in playing
Yeah,
football?
no, at that level, that's all it's about, man.
It's
you know,
about
development
winning.
is my job, dude. Trophies is yours.
For a player who played under the greatness to now say it's not about winning trophies, I don't get that part. That
Yeah,
really, like,
no
is this
sense.
guy for? So if you don't tell the players about trophies, so what should they play for?
Yeah, right.
Is that mean?
I mean, no, I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are. You can develop yourself into the best possible player, but if you don't have the silverware to back it up, who's going to call you the GOAT?
There, you see what I'm saying? You see, Man City for the last 7 years have won this Carabao 5 times.
Yeah.
They don't take it personally. They don't take it lightly. They go full out.
Yeah.
Liverpool, remember last season, it was Liverpool and Chelsea for the FA Cup final and the League Cup final. Liverpool won both on penalties. Two of them If it wasn't a trophy, they didn't give a damn about. They were like, yeah, I don't care. But it means something.
Yeah.
Collectively winning that together, we achieved this. But you know what I mean. But it is what it is. I'm glad Ten Hag. I know he doesn't want to say, but I know he really wants to win that Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
What's
No,
your take
it's
on
very
Newcastle? What's your take on Newcastle this season?
solid.
Yeah, very solid, mate.
Very solid. I think that we're seeing the beginnings of what their ownership investment is going to look like. They've added some good names to their roster. They're playing a pretty decent style of football right now. Yeah, I mean they're not the old Magpies, right? I mean they're they're trying to make a statement. So
You know they
something.
went to the you know they went to the Emirates and got a point. They played 0-0 at the Emirates.
Hmm,
So they do stand for they have an intention. Let's put it that way. They
definitely.
have an intention. And we've played them. Yeah, they came to Old Trafford to go 0-0. They got 0-0 draw as well.
Was it 0-0? Yeah, I guess so. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy. They're not playing. You know they've only lost one game. They've
Have they
drawn
really?
quite a bit. That's the reason.
They've
They've
drawn a
drawn
lot.
about
Okay.
five and lost only one
Yeah,
game
no,
this
that's
season. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. One game. Well, right.
they
Louis.
are. I think they
Mm.
are they the least amount of goals against, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Their
they
defense
have
is
the
really solid though. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, no, Tippie is doing good over there. For real. Yeah, we got our eye on him. We see what they're trying to do.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We got our eye.
I'm watching Newcastle very closely. So it's Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Newcastle. Them four. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's a long season. It's a long season to go.
How many points are we clear of Newcastle? Five?
I think 4 or 5 now because we
4 or 5.
didn't lose this. We didn't win this weekend. So let me
Yeah.
quickly see where we are with this. This is going to be interesting. That
I'm trying to-
Marseille Premier League standing.
Oh no, we're tied right now. That's right.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're tied right now. Oh gosh, I forgot about that. Damn it, Tottenham fucked up. Tottenham
The
should have
Tottenham
beat
got
City
they
again.
got a result against Newcastle. I mean Fulham. They got a result.
Right.
They beat Fulham 1-0, but they've just been losing games. They were leading Man City 2-0 last week and threw the game away.
Yeah. Oh god, that's embarrassing, man.
It is. And they, for the first time in so many years, Arsenal did the double over Spurs, the double, home and away, which is never
Mhm.
done. So that shows
Spurs,
intent.
I don't I have no idea what to make of Spurs, man. I don't understand. I
I
need a Spurs fan to really break it down for me.
have a Spurs
Number
friend.
one,
I'll bring him
I
on.
don't know Spurs fans. I don't understand why they have fans.
I think they're saying um, Conte wants more money for players, but the board is like, no, not really, kind of. So we're on the same points with Newcastle. We're 3 points ahead of Spurs, and we're 6 behind City, 11 behind Arsenal.
Yeah, it was a bad weekend for us for sure. And I really thought City were gonna lose, man. I really wanted them to lose. I wasn't. You can't give up a 2-0 lead.
You
You
can't.
can't.
No.
You can't. It's
But it showed the pedigree of these guys. It showed the pedigree that, and I'm gonna tell a lot of fans, maybe this should ask the fan, do not write City off just yet. Do not write
not yet.
City. Not
Not
yet.
yet. But I don't know if they're gonna push for the title.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like there's a tension there right now. I feel like there's a tension throughout that club. I think there's a tension between him and his team. I get it. I gather it from the interviews. I think there's a tension between the team and the fans. I think
Yeah,
you know,
something doesn't feel just right, does it?
right. Yeah, I think Pep said it when he was uh basically he was saying something along the lines of like he was like, well, he's like, where are my fans? He's like, my old fans. He's like, we win so
Wow.
much, and then you just expect it from us. He's like, but now you're not. He's like, but not the away fans. He's like, the away fans are
Mm.
amazing.
Mm. So the
But
away fans are
you
always
know,
the best. The home fans are the ones who sit there like, all right, entertain us.
20,000 empty seats, man.
Yeah, it
20,000
is
empty
what it
seats.
is. Overprivileged, and they just feel, and I get it. The home fans are supposed to be your 12th man.
Yeah,
Because once upon a time, Roy King said the home fans are what you call the prawn sandwich brigade. They just come, they eat their prawn sandwiches, have champagne, and sit in the executive box and don't check the club. And
yeah,
I get it. It is what it is.
yeah.
But, you know, the away fans, they are the ones who like on there. They're always cheering all the way, you know. But Louis,
We'll
it's
say
been
this.
an
I will say this. Our away
mm,
fans today were amazing.
mm,
Uh,
mm.
I think they completely drowned out the home fans. I think no, seriously, I think they were loud. I think they were singing the entire game. They pulled out the whole catalog, man. They sang every song. Um, I was listening, man. Every time I heard one, I was like, "Oh, that's one of my favorites." Like they were in full voice, man. And I think that I think there's a bit of hope coming back, right? I
Mm.
think Ten Hag is doing something very, very positive, and we just have to support and lift him up and encourage those guys, man, because yeah, this is the best we've been in a while.
Yep. Newcastle won their game yesterday, 1-0 away to Southampton. So if I go mathematically, I can't see Southampton beating Newcastle in the return leg next week. So it
Yeah,
looks like
no,
it's going to be a
probably
Man
not.
United Newcastle final, and that is
Yeah,
going to be a tough game.
unless Newcastle decide that they want to put a weaker squad out, which I have no clue why they would do that. Yeah, pretty sure that you know.
Would you rather have Newcastle or Southampton in the final?
Well, Southampton, obviously.
You're looking for it. You want an easy trophy.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! I don't want our boys to strain at all. I want freaking Rashford and Bruno and Casemiro to come out in like the 55th minute because we're like already 4-0 up. Like, you know what I mean? I want
Shut the game down.
the gate to be shut, locked,
But
welded.
Newcastle will give us a fight. I know that. They
Yeah.
haven't won a trophy since 1960.
If that's the thing is like if you play Newcastle, then you risk penalties, and if you go to penalties, it's anybody's ball game.
But
And
they're very well
honestly,
organized.
I honestly would not. I wouldn't be surprised uh if the Newcastle Southampton game was a 0-0 or like a 1-0. I think they would play extremely defensive overall in the first leg. Um, purposefully. I think they would see that game out, and then I think they would pounce on Southampton in the second leg.
Right.
I really think that might be the best route for them. And you know, we'll see, man. But I'm pulling for Southampton, man. Go you Saints.
From yesterday's results, the way Newcastle took care of the business, I think we're going to meet Newcastle in the final. And Newcastle, that game it won't be an easy match. I'll tell you that. Newcastle will want to win a trophy. They haven't won a trophy in 60 years, over 60 years. And we haven't won in 6 years. Who do you think wants it more? Hmm.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Right, Louis, it's been an absolute pleasure once again for joining us on our show tonight. Thank you so much. It was a great day to have United win 3-0 and have one leg and a champagne on ice till next Tuesday. Well, I don't want us to get too carried away, but as you know, football's a funny old game, as you said. We
Right.
never know. You just never
You never
know.
know, man. You gotta
But
play out. We gotta play right.
that's right. Go play again, see it out, get your Wembley tickets ready, and you'll get your suit measure to go to Wembley and get the result done. So, right, Louis, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you again on Saturday after the game on against Reading. We'll see how that goes out. I feel like you
Man,
said,
thank you
you
so much,
should just
man. Always a pleasure, man.
thank you so much, Louis. You take care. God bless. Have a nice one. Glory,
Yeah, you
glory,
too.
Man United. Take care, bro.